A real attacker breaks into a company's Windows server. Then, instead of writing their own Recon tool, they run a PowerShell script that looks like this. Titled, and I'm quoting, 100% working AD information gathering script, fully fixed. It finds the domain controller, maps every user, computer, and group, and politely exports an HTML report of everything it stole. Huntress caught it, and they're pretty sure a human didn't write it. An AI did. A vibe-coded intrusion. And let's be clear up front about what this is and isn't. This is not some terrifying new AI superweapon. It's an old, boring break-in where one boring step got handed to a chatbot. That sounds less scary. It's actually the more important story. First, how they actually got in, because the AI had nothing to do with it. The attacker logged in over remote desktop RDP to a domain-joined Windows server, using credentials that were already stolen. Then they dropped their tools in a program data folder, a classic staging spot. Ordinary cred theft, ordinary foothold. No AI required. The AI only shows up for the next step, figuring out the network they'd landed in. So why are they sure an AI wrote it? The tells. Start with that title, fully fixed. That's the language of someone arguing with a chatbot until it finally works, prompt after prompt. Then the code itself, leftover placeholder strings and wildly over-engineered with 5 different fallback methods just to find the domain controller, where a human would pick one. And it prints its output in pretty cyan, green, red, and yellow because the model likes nice-looking console output. Huntress called the thing highly aggressive and noisy. It works, but no careful human wrote it this way. And here's my favorite detail. That HTML report at the end, summarizing the whole haul? Huntress thinks the attacker never asked for it. It was a helpful little extra the model threw in on its own, the same way it'll volunteer a summary you didn't request, and the attacker just went along with it. So somewhere, a criminal's Recon tool ships with a courtesy inventory report because the AI was being helpful. That's the era we're in. Zoom out to the whole operation. The AI script systematically harvested the directory. Users, computers, groups, organizational units, trust relationships, all staged in one folder. About 30 minutes later, the attacker brought in 2 more tools, S5CMD and SharpShares, to hunt down file shares full of user data. Then the classic ending. Package it into CSVs, zip it up, and ship it out to a remote server, capped with a tidy inventory report of everything they took. Fast, aggressive, and loud. So why does a boring break-in with one AI scripted step matter? Because of who can now do it. Huntress is blunt. The underlying playbook is the same tried and tested smash and grab we've seen for years. AI didn't invent a new attack. What it changed is the barrier to entry. A less skilled actor can now conjure capable, evasive tooling with almost no effort, and move faster than before. Another firm, Signia, made the same point. AI-enabled attackers don't need novel malware or 0 days. The real shift is speed and scale, intrusions running faster and wider than defenders can contain. The danger isn't smarter attacks. It's a lot more attackers. And the good news hides in that word. Noisy. This AI-written Recon was aggressive and loud. Sprawling fallbacks, mass enumeration, splashy output. That noise is a gift to defenders because loud is detectable. The fundamentals haven't changed. The way in was stolen credentials over remote desktop. So protect credentials and lock down RDP. Put real detection on your domain-joined servers. Alert when something suddenly enumerates your entire directory. And watch staging folders like program data. The attacker outsourced their scripting to a chatbot. You don't have to outsource your defense to hope. When the Recon tool ships with a courtesy report, the robots aren't taking over, they're just lowering the bar. If you want the AI security world decoded every week, subscribe. Go on, hit subscribe.